Hey, welcome everybody. We're joining the action in the top of the eighth inning. It's 6-5 Dodgers, and they are batting in the top of the eighth. It's Dale Murray on the mound. Now the Mets were up 5-0 until the sixth inning when the Dodgers scored two. In the seventh, they scored another two, and then in the eighth, they scored another two to make it 6-5, and that's where we are right now. In the top of the eighth inning. So let's continue, and I'm going to show how to use the fast action cards for defense. So first, let's get Bill Russell here. There's two outs, and Davey Lopes is on at first, Gary Thomason on at second. The Dodgers have scored 2 runs here in the top of the eighth to take a 6-5 lead, and I'm going to do something here. Hold on a second. 5-5. Okay, so bases are loaded. Thompson singles. Lopes singles. And it's Bill Russell. All right, here's the pitch to Bill Russell. Patient 34. It's a patient 34, and that's going to be a grounder up the middle to center field. Runners advance 2 bases, so that's going to score Thomason, and Lopes is going to stop at third. It's a 7-5 game now. Also says runner on second scores. So Thomason comes around to score, and going to third is Davey Lopes. Now let me show you. If you roll defense, right? You pull a card and you look up here, and it says, let me get that close. It says error left field, right? So then you check your left fielder, and you look at his error rating. Then you pull this up, and let's say his error rating is a C. Right? And you rolled a 34. Error rating would be a number, right? Because it's an error rating. It wouldn't be a C, that would be range. It would be a 3, let's say. So it's 1 to 36 is an error, but you rolled a 34, okay? So that falls within the error range, okay? So this is what you do next. You pull another card, and you look at, we know it's an error, and you go here, error. You see that? You go across to outfield, and it says single plus an error. Plus 1 means plus the error. Okay, so you got that? And now you have a runner at second. And basically that's how you do that. Now, if let's say it would have been, he was a 3, let's say our left fielder, but you rolled a 74, it wouldn't be an out, right? I'm sorry, it wouldn't be an error, it would be an out. See that? It would be an out. 1 to 36, but beyond that, it's going to be an out. So you pull the card, and the same card we used before, but I'm not here. This is the card we just pulled, right? It said it was a single plus an error, but this time it's an out. So where do you go? You go to the out range. And you don't go to first base, third base. You don't go to second base, shortstop, pitcher. You go to outfield, and it says a deep fly. So if that's a potential sacrifice fly there. And that's how you use the fast action cards for defense. So if it had been range, let's say, and he had a C range, and it was that 34 that we said we rolled, it would have been a hit. So where do you go on the card? Where it says hit. Against an outfield, right? It tells you. Because the previous card said error. Well, we have to find a range card. Here it is, range right field. Let's say it was this card we pulled first. So it's a range. So we did the range check. C was 1 to 43. We rolled a 34. So it was a hit. So you go to hit. What kind of hit is it to the outfield? It's a single. It's a single with 2 stars, which means runners advance 2 bases. Pretty simple, and that's all you have to do. All right, let's see. Okay. So Bill Russell is on at first. And it's Reggie Smith. It's an 8. And that's in play 25. In play 25. That's another single. Hard grounder into Reggie Smith is a switch hitter, so he's batting lefty into right field. Runner advances. Runner on first advances. 1 base plus question mark. Davey Lopes is going to score. It's an 8-5 lead now. And Russell can make it to third, potentially. Let's look at Russell's speed. He's a 7. Well, not necessarily his speed, but his base running ability. He's a 7. And this was to, I said he was to right field. So the Mets right fielder, and we can do this. The Mets right fielder is... The Mets right fielder is Elliot Maddox. Elliot Maddox's arm in right field is a 7. So Russell is a 7. So 7 or less, he's going to be safe at third. Actually, with 2 out, he automatically makes third, so I don't even have to worry about this. All right, so it's single. Runner scores. Other runner at third. First and third. 8-5 Dodgers. Mets were up at one time 5-0. 2 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th, 4 in the 8th, and the Dodgers are now up 8-5. Steve Garvey. 2 outs here, by the way. 4 in play, 63. That's outrange. Grounded to second. Youngblood flips it to Tavares for the force, and now retires aside. So leading off, it's going to be Huff coming in. Charlie Huff. And Huff is going to be in the 9th, put into the 9th slot. There you go. All right. And it's going to be Huff against Trevino. Trevino, Beauclair, and Tavares. Here's the pitch from Huff. Ballpark 48, a righty. That's going to be in play 58. It's a fly ball right field. Reggie Smith went away. Bottom of the 8th here for the Mets. That's a 9. It's in play 90. So we grounded to second. Davey Lopes over to Garvey. 2 down. That's 4-3. And Frank Tavares. And that's in play 0-5. And that's going to be a double. Tavares strokes one into the gap. And he's going to get the second base standing up. So a 2-out double. And it's Elliot Maddox. And that's an 8 in play 70. Ground ball second base, Lopes to Garvey, and that retires aside. So in the 9th inning, Dale Murray is going to be facing Joe Ferguson. Here's the pitch, and that's a 5 in play 38. That's a ground ball. Stearns at first. Steps on the bag, 1 down. Von Joshua's 0 for 3 on the day. That's a patient 98. Fly ball sky to right. And that's Elliot Maddox out there. Makes the catch, 2 away. And Ted Martinez. Ted Martinez playing third. That's patient 43. And that's going to be popped up left side. Tavares waits for it. And he makes the catch that retires aside. Last licks for the Mets. Down 8-5 after having a 5-0 lead into the top of the 6th inning. Lee Mazzilli. 6 patient 46, and that's going to be a walk. Mazzilli walks. Richie Hebner steps in the box, lefty, third baseman. Ballpark 25. And for a lefty, that's going to be wheelhouse. Wheelhouse for Hebner. And 90 is a ground ball second base, and that's going to be a 4-6-3 double play. So Hebner grounds into a double play. And that's 2 outs now. And Joel Youngblood is 4 for 4. See if we can get his 5th hit of the game. Don't see that very often. It's a 6. It's a patient 58. Oh! Against a lefty would have been a hit by pitch, and it just misses being a hit by pitch here. A patient 58 is going to be an out. Too bad. Fly ball, right field, Reggie Smith, and that's the ball game. So the line score. Dodgers 8 runs, 14 hits, no errors, 8 left on base. Mets 5 runs, 11 hits, no errors, 9 left on base. That's all she wrote. So Mets don't get their 30th victory, as I was hoping. And that's all she wrote for tonight. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Take care now.